Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Another beautiful day in nature, in life, and I thought I should make another video. I made one before this one with Hungary and Ukraine possibly getting in a hot war. Zelensky told warned the Hungarians that he's going to respond militarily. So they're getting at it. I'm almost certain they will get at it. They will shoot each other's assets in the sky first. So what do we have here? When Zelensky, he is the kingpin. He is the ringleader in Kiev, and he is used to have interests and countries who are harnessing interest settle scores, or at least destabilize their enemies or perceived enemies, competitors, be it Russia, be it Hungary, be it whomever these guys deem as an enemy and is in Ukraine's vicinity. Zelensky will do something, and he will do it in response always to someone else's aggression. Have you seen that? I mean, this is impossible. It is impossible. I'm giving you this. It's impossible to always be the victim. If you are always the victim, that means you are weak, and then you deserve to be a victim. And Ukraine is not a victim. Ukraine is not weak. Again, you see, the United States of America is almost all the time accusing others of provoking us and attacking us. But we are the biggest guy in town. Who the hell wants a smack from the Americans? They all know we're gonna get it. So why would you provoke the big guy? But everybody provokes the big guy. I mean, it's so illogical. But anyway, I have here a few articles. The first one is, will the United States of America provide Kiev regime, Kiev ring leader, which is Zelensky, with Tomahawk missiles? I made a video yesterday in which the United States of America said, as always, no. We will not give it. No, that's out of the question. But if you remember the mountain slope model, or the popping the cherry model, you go slow. The decision has been made. Remember, the decision has been made, which is we are going to give them whatever they need to strike Moscow. Zelensky asked Trump to give him Tomahawk missiles to strike Moscow. Now he comes again and says, well, if we have blackouts in Kiev, the guys in Moscow should also have blackouts. Well, okay, well, that's could sound logical. If you attack me, I will smack you back. But then the Russians should also strike, let's say, London, Brussels, New York, Washington, D.C., Paris, Berlin. Why? All these capitals, all these cities, they are involved with their power into attacking Russia. So Russia can claim that their deaths on the battlefield are due to these guys' help or intervention or involvement. So let me show you first. I have about 4 articles here, and let's start with the first. Let's start with the first one. So the first one says this: Trump told Zelensky he is ready to lift restrictions on strikes against Russia. What do you mean? And I'm gonna read it for you. U.S. President Donald Trump said during a meeting with Ukrainian counterpart that he was ready to lift restrictions on Kiev's use of, here it is, on Kiev use of it says RAR, American weapons to strike targets on Russian territory. Of course. It says the Wall Street Journal stated that Zelensky has asked Trump to provide more long-range missiles and permission to use such weapons against targets in Russia. So who's in charge? The Americans. Without the Americans, the Ukrainians would have been dead in 2 weeks. That's why that happened in Kiev when the Russians just retreated. Well, I tend to believe the Russians' version on that one. I don't think the Ukrainians pushed the Russians back. I think they got to an agreement and then the Ukrainians broke the agreement. And after the Russians retreated from the outskirts of Kiev, not even trying to flatten it, these guys just lied. And I think they lied because they are at the orders of the Western liars. So, remember the mountain slope model. You start slow. Each and every time, these guys in the West said, you know, we're not going to provide Ukraine with howitzers. No, we will not do it. And then what happened? They did it. Oh no, we're not going to provide Ukraine with armored vehicles. No, we're not. They did. They all start like this, and then, oh, we're not going to provide them with tanks. They did. We're not going to provide them with HIMARS. They did. We're not going to provide them with Patriot. They did. We're not going to provide them with F-16s. They did. We're not going to provide them with troops. So each and every time, 100%, when the Americans or the West, let's put Americans, they're in charge, said, whoa, no, we won't, no, we're not going to do this. They did it each and every time. So when this guy says, oh, we're not going to send, remember when I said, we're not going to send ATACMS missiles to Ukraine. They have them. How? The same garbage. So now with the Tomahawks, no. I'm going to lift restrictions. What do you think weapons they're talking about? So, in an interview with Axios after the meeting, Zelensky said that Trump had responded favorably to his request for long-range cruise missiles that would allow Kiev to strike targets in Moscow. And says media reports suggested the Ukrainian president had asked the US for Tomahawk missiles during a closed-door meeting. And Trump said, no. And it's going to be, yeah. Now, I make this point. Do you think Zelensky is a loyal guy? I think Zelensky is a gun for hire. I think he is a disloyal individual by his nature, if you know what I mean. And he can turn around if he makes sure that he's not going to be assassinated by his own people. Own people, I mean, not the Ukrainians, and could switch sides. So when this guy says, I'm going to hit Kiev with Tomahawk missiles, do you think that those Tomahawk missiles or whatever missiles are operated by the Ukrainians? I tell you no, because he can use those against London, against the sponsors. Therefore, they will not do this. That's why my point is these missiles, these high-tech weapons that the Americans supposedly provided Ukraine with are not operated by the Ukrainians. The Romanians, who are in NATO, have one battery, one Patriot systems after so many years. Do you think the Ukrainians, the corrupt Ukrainians, not that the Romanians are not corrupt, but Romanians are under control because they're weak. And there are any snakes here? So that's the first topic. They will get it. They will get it. The point is, I'm going to show you. Israel got into the fray. Why? Israel is helping his boys. Remember, Zelensky is their boy. He is their boy. They played soft at the beginning because that's what they do. I want you to study the New Testament, the Christian New Testament, obviously. And you remember when these guys, Caiaphas and other baboons, took Jesus in front of their council, and they charged him with blasphemy and said, no, blasphemy means killing, or something very, very bad. And then they say, well, we should not get dirty with these guys' blood. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to use someone else to kill him for us. And there were the Romans. That's how they played Pontius Pilatus too. The Romans killed Jesus. Really? The Romans had nothing to do with him. They wanted to release him. They thought he was crazy, misguided. But the other guys, no. The other guys wanted him gone. So again, when Israel, this is a lot of things that we're going to hit. Hopa. Bald eagle somewhere here. Right there. When the war started in Ukraine, the Israelis did not have to help their boy over there because it was the Russians, and the Russians and others can cause a lot of damage. So they let the Europeans get involved. But when the Europeans stopped a little bit, oh, we're not going to provide Patriot systems, we're not going to provide this, what are we going to do about it? They provided right here. Zelensky says, Israeli Patriot system, singular, has been active in Ukraine for a month. 2 more units are coming from Israel. Remember, Israel did not really support their boy. Why their boy? They're always, once you are one, you're always one. So don't fool yourselves. All right, so it says here, Patriot air defense systems has been operating in Ukraine for a month, and that country will receive 2 more systems this autumn. Zelensky at the press conference. All right, on the 27th. And we have this one. Tomahawk missiles remain off limits to Ukraine. Report. And this is from the 26th. They will be delivered. The Americans will use them, not the Ukrainians. But they start the same thing. No. No tanks. No tanks to Ukraine. Where the fuck are the Abrams tanks? In Ukraine, 31 of them. Oh, no F-16s into Ukraine. No. That would upset the Russians. They didn't give a shit. All that was made for the imbeciles, the public. The segment of the society that votes and believes in votes. All right? Why in votes? My friends, you have electronic voting machines. They're operated by a computer system. You know, programmers, go and speak with people who create these programs of elections and the way they collect the data and so on. And they will tell you in a second, how imbeciles these people are, thinking that, oh yeah, it's electronic. No, I want it on a paper, man, with signature, stamp, and I want everything videotaped. The Americans can afford doing that. And recount the votes as many times as necessary. And the results should always be the same if true, if it's, correct. If not, you're always going to have a different answer. An electronic, a computer program can give you a different answer if you want it. I have something on me? Oh no, it's on the screen. All right, so that's with the Tomahawks. They would get the Tomahawks. And now let me tell you how these little terrorist things. Now, let me tell you this. Hasn't been considered the Russian attacks on Kiev terrorist attacks? The media here told us, the media operatives told us, all along, these are terrorist attacks. So you don't do that, do you? I mean, it's like a rape. If the enemy rapes your women and so on, right, when they conquer your territory, are you going to do the same thing when you conquer back the territory? Are you gonna, or you go and meet their women? Are you gonna do that? If you do that, that means you're exactly as the thing that you claimed you don't want to be like. No, let me show you Zelensky. I mean, for me, there's no doubt who Zelensky is. I mean, before he has to open his mouth, just so you know. Zelensky, if Russians cause blackout in Kiev, they will get one in Moscow too. So if that was bad, why do you think your strike is good? I mean, rape is rape. My God, here it is. President Zelensky said that Russia will receive a proportional response to attempts to cause a blackout in Ukraine in winter. If they cause one in Kiev, they will get one in Moscow with Tomahawk missiles. With what? What do you think? Zelensky says Patriot systems from Israel. We already covered that one. Let me see if I have anything else. And the same, if Russia threatens blackout in Kiev, Moscow should expect the same. Well, without the American weapons, you take a shit. That's all. Or with other people's weapons. With Israel. But Israel also has the weapons from the Americans. Yeah, they try to tell us how fantastic the Israelis are. Where do you think they have the technology and the financing from? I mean, please, my friends. So here it is. Zelensky will do to others what it should not be done to you, right? But hey, he is a Jew, and they, in the Old Testament, they don't run by that. They run by an eye for an eye. That is, if you rape my family member, I will do the same to you. This is an eye for an eye for you. And you Christians over there, who are, some of you, I guess, from infancy, thought that you should protect and defend the poor little guys over there, think about it. And I urge you to read some from Talmud and find out how they see you and your Jesus Christ, your Savior. So my friends, these guys are going to strike Moscow with American weapons. They will portray that to us as being a justified, you know, a normal cause of, how do you call it, normal course of events. And they are the bad dudes, obviously, by definition, and we are the good dudes. So our rape supposedly is, you know, but their rape, no, no, no. I mean, this is, my friends, this is ABC 1, 2, 3 ethics, if you want. What the hell is this? Is the big poop here? No. Well, there's a lot of coyotes every night when I sleep here. A lot of coyotes, but it's okay. They're not attacking. I'm not afraid of coyotes. Coyotes are just small dogs. You keep them in the teeth. But under certain circumstances, they might attack you, but not here and now. But we got guns and shit, so not concerned with that. I'm not concerned with the black bears. They're here because they are shy. But if one wants something, I hope they don't want something. I'm not afraid of a black bear. Grizzly, yeah, that's a different story, obviously. But black bears are more shy. It doesn't mean that they cannot, you know, overpower you, outpower you. Yeah, they can. Okay, this is good, good, good. Look what they got here. Wow, this is good for fire. Yum, yum, yum. Beautiful tree right here. I like to touch these trees. Everywhere I go, I like to make contact with it. You see, this is gonna be, what's over there? This is gonna be through the winter. While we are staying in a hot, whatever tub at home, these guys are, you know, staying here in the winter with all this snow that snows here, big, big snows. I'm gonna come here with some snowshoes, scrub, 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 and I'm gonna sleep in my tent here. I have a hot tent. Yes, 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 in the winter, don't worry. We're men, aren't we? I love these things, man. I've been doing this since I've been around. So, I'm gonna make America great again, or Israel great again, which one Trump wants. Oh, that's a bald eagle over there. You see him gliding? I'm gonna wait until he comes over us. Is that a turkey? No, that's a turkey vulture, I'm sorry. It's a turkey vulture, not a bald eagle. But there's a bald eagle right here, and that big tree over there that my hand is over. Yesterday when I woke up, there were two over there, a parent and a juvenile, and I posted that on my Facebook account. They're still gliding over there. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I will make probably 2 more videos today. One from probably, we'll see. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.